How's it going, everyone? I'm Toast, and today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about breeding regional forms of Pokemon not native to Scarlet and Violet. In this video, we're going to be talking about breeding Pokeballs, natures, and stats down to other regional forms that are not native to the game. I'm going to specifically be focusing on Hisuian forms, but you can apply this to any game since Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon were the first games that allowed you to take two of the same species of Pokemon and transfer Pokeballs between them. In previous games, X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you could only do this if you had a female of the species, and male and genderless Pokemon couldn't pass their Pokeballs down at all. Today we're going to be focusing on this Hisuian Growlithe straight out of Pokemon Legends Arceus. The only things that I've done to it are I've added the ability Rockhead to it with an ability patch, and I've added 4 egg moves, otherwise it's straight out of the game. We're going to be breeding it with this Growlithe here that I've already prepared. If you're going to be doing this, hopefully you already have your Pokemon in the special ball that you want, otherwise you're going to need to go catch one and potentially breed it down. Now the reason I say that is because this is my original Growlithe. It was a female from the old X and Y days, back when you had to transfer these balls in. I needed a male, so I had to breed until I got a male. Luckily it was Growlithe, so it's a 75% chance of a male. I needed a male to breed with this female one that I caught so that it can pass its ball down. We're going to get into that a little bit later. There's a few more things I would like to talk about first. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with breeding mechanics in this game. Obviously, if you take a Ditto and you breed it with a Pokemon, you'll always get your other Pokemon in whatever Pokeball it's in as eggs. In this case, it's Fastball Growlithe. If I were to take this Growlithe and instead breed it with something in the field egg group, and since the group it belongs to, let's use Pikachu as an example. If I have a male Pikachu and I breed it with this Growlithe, we'll still get Growlithe and Fastballs. If I were to flip it around, we'll get the Pichu eggs in whatever the ball the Pikachu is in. Now where things get interesting is if you take this Growlithe and you put it with, say, this Growlithe here in a Dream Ball, what you'll end up getting is you can potentially get, yes, Fastball Growlithe, but you could also potentially get Dream Ball Growlithe. Both parents give you a 50% chance to get either ball. Now if we take it one step further, if we take this Fastball Growlithe that I have and we breed it with this Hisuian Growlithe, there are a few things that we need to do to prepare for this. The first one being, we need to actually come in here and go grab an Everstone. And if we give this Pokemon an Everstone here, what it'll mean is it will always pass down its form. Obviously it will also pass down its nature. So now, if we breed these two together, we'll end up with Hisuian Growlithe, and we could potentially get Fastballs or Pokeballs, since the Hisui balls are just strange balls and they don't pass down. The problem with that is we also need the Adamant nature from this Growlithe, so we're actually also going to come in here and give it an Everstone. Now what that means is we sacrifice the stats that are passed down to instead get now a 50% chance of a Fastball or a 50% chance of a Pokeball, and a 50% chance of the Quiet nature, and a 50% chance of the Adamant nature. If we breed these two together, we'll always get Hisuian Growlithe because we have a female. That is why you need to breed. If you don't already have a female, you need to get a female. And this is also why this does not work for genderless Pokemon. Now setup for this is pretty easy. You just come in here to the picnic. If you're in an older game, you'll go and you'll use the daycare instead. I've already got my Pokemon here ready to go. Come up, make a sandwich. My go-to choice for sandwich is the Great Peanut Butter Sandwich. It doesn't use a lot of ingredients. You still get egg power too. It's pretty quick. Skip the animation there because you guys don't need to watch me make a sandwich. But we get our egg power, get back out, and now we just sit here and wait at the basket for a few minutes and grab some eggs. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so it hasn't been long. It's only been about 8 minutes. I've already gone through and done some organizing, and I've got about 15 eggs to hatch. To quickly summarize, we have about a 50-50 chance to get Fastballs and a 50-50 chance to get Pokeballs. The Pokeballs obviously coming from the mother, and the Fastballs coming from the father. We also have a 50% chance to get the Adamant nature from the father, which in this case is good for Growlithe. If you want, you can just use a Mint, or the Quiet nature from the mother. We're going to grab these eggs, we'll throw them in the party, I'll hatch them real quick, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, so I like running around in Mesa Goza to hatch my eggs, but I've gone through and I've done them all. We have, so far, we got all 7 Growlithe. All of these are either Quiet nature or the wrong ability, which makes me really upset. But we did get one. We got one that's good. This one's adamant. The stats aren't so great, but it has Rock Head, it's adamant, it's in the fastball. All these ones over here are the ones in Pokeball. Now, what I can do here is I can go down to the box, if I can find it. Here it is. I can go and I can grab this Ditto. If I were to give this Growlithe now that I just hatched, I can come in here, I can give it an Everstone. I can find it in my list, here it is. I can give it an Everstone. I can give this Ditto a Destiny Knot. I can breed them both together, and now I will get Adamant, Hisuian Growlithe in fastballs, hopefully with the hidden ability. I can rinse and repeat and keep swapping out ones with better stats over and over and over again until I get one that's really good. If you don't care about any of this, obviously, as I said earlier, you can just mint it to get the right nature. You could level it to level 50 in this game, level 100 in older games. You could just go hyper train it. That's up to you. If you're like me and you don't mind breeding, then the Destiny Knot will at least guarantee that 5 of the stats from each of these parents get passed down. Hopefully 5 of them come from the Ditto and it saves you some time. But if they don't, it's not the end of the world. You basically just end up in a loop of hatch a few eggs, swap out the parent, and repeat. So there you go, that's everything you need to know about breeding regional forms in Pokemon. Hopefully it helped out. If it did, consider leaving a like on the video, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content. Also consider checking out my Twitch channel, it's linked down in the description down there. Over there we typically just do some various Let's Plays, chill, vibe, have a good time, and just enjoy playing games. But either way, thank you for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you all next time.